Salinas, Ecuador, one of the more beautiful locations to race around the world. You can see the big high rises have grown out of this fantastic beach. The tourists come here by the tens of thousands, but today all eyes will be on the elite women, wearing number 1, Frontova from the Czech Republic, having a great 2018 season. Yelistratova, after a solid race in Sarasota, looking to get back on the podium one more time. And Barbara Riveras, the Olympian who has focused more on long distance over the last couple of years, has not really raced much on the shorter ITU formats. All eyes will be on Bravo as she tries to get the job done for the locals. And a couple athletes off on a false start, so there will be a penalty when they get back to the transition zone. That long beach run-in, certainly a benefit for those athletes who've had a little bit more opportunity to train and race in the ocean. Very warm conditions here in Salinas, so the air temperature, although overcast, still very warm, and the no wetsuit swim right now working out to the benefit of Perez from Spain, who leads the women through. Tamara Gorman just on her feet as they come out of the water at 750 meters. It'll be Spain and the United States. Alice Beto right into that group just coming through. In 6th spot, Desiree Ridnier from Canada just coming onto the blue carpet. An opportunity to make a small breakaway here with 5 or 6 would certainly be advantageous. Beto, renowned for her biking ability, as is Tamara Gorman, a past World Junior and Under-23 champion. Heading out onto the bike course right now. And it did not take long before Barbara Riveras was able to get herself into the lead bunch. Perez maintained herself up near the front through most of the 20-kilometer bike ride. And the two groups tried to come together. It was just a matter of time as the bike packs were not moving that quickly. Unfortunately, however, a couple of the athletes came together with wheels touching on the bike course, and it was Beto from Italy going down in the crash. One of the Spanish athletes also down, and as the women came towards the end of the 20-kilometer bike ride, there was certainly no real differentiation, and all eyes would be on the eventual run for the women. And as they came back into the transition zone, over 35 plus women would be all together getting ready to start the 5-kilometer run. A long season of racing for these women, having started way back in February in Cape Town. And as the women headed out onto the run course, a few of the bigger named athletes a little bit slow out of the transition zone. Gorman a little bit further back. Yelistratova right there in the blue and yellow, a little further back than she would like to be to start the 5K run. It wasn't long, however, till the main players started to execute on the run. Riveras in the red, Yelistratova from the Ukraine in the yellow and blue, and Baptista, the taller of the athletes from Brazil, eventually would pull away. It would be Riveras who was the first to fall off the pace, and the real battle for gold would come down to Brazil and the Ukraine. And with 500 plus meters to go to the finishing line, it would be Baptista starting to take the pace up one more notch. The real question whether or not Yelistratova would be able to match her. And as they had just 300 meters to the finishing line, Yelistratova found one more gear and was able to run through the Brazilian athlete. The very talented athlete from the Ukraine would push right through to the finishing line with a 16:31 final 5K run, under an hour for the victory. Baptista would have a very solid silver medal for the 24-year-old. And Barbara Riveras, the 31-year-old Olympian, would come on the podium. Great to have her back racing in the ITU format. It would be Russia and Switzerland to come across the line in 4th and 5th.
I had good preparation this winter, but then some bad races in the middle of this season, sometimes illness, sometimes something else, but luckily I had a great second block of preparation, and I feel really fit now, and I'm happy with last 2 races. In Sarasota, of course, I did my best to be podium, and it was just half second, not enough, but the girls were really competitive. And I still have 2 more races this season, Funchal European Cup Final and Miyazaki World Cup. So I keep going, keep hard work. Maybe less training now, but keeping my fitness at this level. And I'm glad finally to be again on the top of the podium.